Hello everybody, this is Sam Bell from InternetInvestorsClub.com, and this is the second video in our series of social media marketing. And basically what I want to start off with today is I had a few people ask me some questions about some of the applications that I was using in Facebook. So I'm going to cover that, as well as some of the applications that I also use in MySpace to cross promote all my other different blogs, social networking sites, etc. So I'll go a little bit more in depth to that, as well as I also want to show an experiment, show you what true conversation, what it can do, and how if you start a conversation that is interesting, how it can just set off a viral firestorm, if you will, of people visiting your blog to contribute to the conversation, whether it be again your blog or your social networking site or whatever the case may be. But also, just to show you our progress too, we're up to 172 friends with this profile. It is 3 days old, and we're going to keep building on that as well. And I'm also going to go in depth. Now, I showed you this in the first video, how I promote my YouTube videos and my RSS feeds for my networking site, as well as my MySpace account here as well. So let me just share with you the apps that I use here on Facebook for that. Basically, I have a WordPress application. You can actually go to applications right here and search WordPress and add that application to your Facebook profile, which would allow you to import blog posts from your WordPress blog. Okay, if you have one. If you don't have one, I definitely suggest you get one set up. The second application that I use is called YouTube Video Box. Now this allows me to import my favorite videos from my YouTube profile and display them on my Facebook profile for people to view and watch. So that's another application that's very useful, and you can see both of these in action here. This is from my YouTube application, and this here is actually from my WordPress application, and basically they would click here and it would take them to that blog. The other application I use is Simply RSS. Now, Simply RSS is a very cool app, simply because you can grab any RSS feed that's out there on the net and display content on your profile. Now, of course, I'm going to display and take feeds that are coming from one of my blogs or one of my other social networking sites that do have RSS feeds to display that content. And I'm using Simply RSS to display content from my networking site. So all of this information right here is content that is coming from that site. And again, if anyone came here and clicked here, it would take them over to that site as well. But this also applies to any feed that you have. If you have hub pages, if you have Squidoo lenses, if you have video sites that have RSS feeds, you can plug it in here with Simply RSS. So this is a very, very powerful tool to bring and syndicate content. The other application that I'm using in my profile here as well is the MySpace application, and basically you can install this and import your MySpace profile from MySpace and have it display on your Facebook profile as well. So again, cross-platform promotion at work. And you can see here it displays my profile from MySpace, and it's pretty much identical with the one that I currently have here. Now we're going to jump over here to MySpace, and I want to show you the same, what apps I'm using over here as well as show you my my profile. So right now I just have two apps installed. One is YouTube Plus, again to display my videos, and I can basically select my favorite videos and have them display on my profile. And I also have a Twitter tweet posting, which updates all my tweets that I put into Twitter on my MySpace profile as well. So that way I can have people who visit MySpace also come and follow me on Twitter, and vice versa. And the same thing with Facebook. There is a Twitter application for Facebook. I don't currently have it installed, and I will be installing it here shortly. But you can do the same thing. And again, cross-platform promotion is very, very important for our overall syndication of content, as well as bringing our different friends and associates from different networks over to other networks to become friends of ours. So that way we have multiple ways to connect with people, and it's basically almost creating a viral effect as well, because they invite their friends, etc., etc. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you all about is basically, it's great that you have these applications. It's great you have this stuff set up. You're adding all these friends. But remember, like I told you in video 1, the objective is to get them off of the social network. And basically, we do that. We have to have a medium to drive them to. Now, we have to offer content, and it has to be relevant content to the people that we're associating, becoming friends with. And wherever you drive them to, it definitely needs to have a benefit and offer some value. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. The first way is to drive them to what we call a squeeze page. If you're not familiar with what a squeeze page is, this is a squeeze page here. You're basically enticing your friends or whomever it is that you're sending to the site to give their information, so that way you're going to give them something in return. This landing page here was created specifically for a promotion that I'm doing for people who are looking to sell their home. And you can see there's not much you can do here. You can only enter your name and email address or leave the page. Okay. The second medium you can use is a blog. This is a WordPress blog that I have here. And again, on my WordPress blog, you can also see that I am using cross promotion on this. I have a link for my networking site. I also have a link for my Twitter account as well. I don't currently have one for Facebook on here, but I do have some other resources where people can connect with me. So again, you want to either take them off the network page, send them to a squeeze page, or you want to take them off and send them to your blog, depending upon where you want to direct the traffic. I really suggest that you have a squeeze page set up for if you're having or going after a specific niche or a specific group of people. If you want to capture their name and email address to market to them specifically for a particular product, then squeeze page would be ideal. If you're trying to bring them onto your blog to start other conversations and generate traffic to your blog, then of course you want to redirect them there and let that be the main link that you promote on your social networking sites. As you can see, the main link that I'm promoting with this experiment that we're doing here is for my networking site, internetinvestorsclub.com. So of course that's going to be the prevalent link on all of my social networking sites. Okay. Now, the other site that you can also promote is your networking site. This is my social networking site, and these are free. This is actually just a Ning site, and basically the reason I decided to go with this method as opposed to just a squeeze page or just my blog is, to be honest with you, I'm a little lazy. And what I mean by that is that I don't want to have to create all the content. So when people come to your blog, they're expecting to see fresh content on a regular basis, and I am guilty of not updating my blog each and every single day. I might do it about once a week. Some people do it a lot more often than that. But with the networking site, I'm actually able to have people come here and they can communicate amongst each other. They can also create the content. So it just doesn't center around me and my blog post. It center around the community, just like when you have a specific group of people on a social networking site. You can actually create your own and have people come, share ideas, share information, and the content is not based exclusively on you. So this is a great medium to bring like-minded people together to share information and to network. And I'm not held solely responsible for the content that's generated. So that's why I chose that particular platform. But again, you want to have one of the three. If you have a particular thing that you're promoting or selling, definitely drive it to a squeeze page to grab that information. If you're looking to drive traffic to your blog to build up a following, then of course your blog. And if you want to try to create a community, of course send them to your network. Now, one thing that I also want to discuss here, yesterday there was a blog post made about a very well-known real estate promoter, entrepreneur, and information marketer online. And I personally know the guy's a friend of mine, great success, and I love his stuff. But the point that I want to make with this is that people can start conversations, and through conversation and communication, this thing can just go viral. This guy made a post on this blog here, and it wasn't necessarily positive, but there were a lot of responses. I mean, this guy has received a massive amount of traffic from him starting something controversial. Now, sometimes we call that link bait in a blogosphere. And basically, what he did was he put something out there that he knew would be controversial, and definitely, without a doubt, people started posting. People started coming here, sending information. Now, I don't necessarily agree with what was said on the blog post. However, I can agree with the method that was used in order to get people to this blog. And he basically drove a massive amount of traffic, and there were people on here sharing their opinions about this individual. And since then, he even changed his blog to actually have a pop-up reflect this particular post here, and asking for people to click here to go to that particular post just because it was so popular. But again, not saying that you put negative stuff out there about people, but I definitely suggest that you do put information that can be controversial. Just be prepared for the backlash if you do decide to use that method. However, I will say that it is very, 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 very effective for doing so. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up with this. This right here, if you are a lot familiar with this is Ustream.tv. Ustream.tv is just another medium for you to communicate with your potential people who are following you, either through Twitter, or people who come and check your blog posts on a regular, or people that are on your list. If you're promoting a product, this is a great medium, and I'm actually going to be doing this. You guys will get the email when it goes out. I'm actually going to do a live Q&A session on Ustream, and basically it just gives people the opportunity to see you, to communicate with you, to really get a one-on-one feel. And the cool thing about Ustream is this live streaming video, and people can come on here, they can ask questions, they can communicate, and it's just a great resource. So if you're not familiar with this, definitely want to get on board. I'm going to go into some how-to later on in these videos, but this one is getting kind of long, so I'm going to cut it short here. Again, this is Sam Bell with the InternetInvestorsClub.com. Come over and check us out. We're going to have more content related to social media marketing for your niche, and we're going to be showing some ins and outs, so definitely pay us a visit, and thanks again for watching it.